The second episode of Black Mirror's first season, 50 Million Merits, depicts a future dystopian reality characterized by Adorno's concept of the standardized, commodified, and individualized culture industry. It represents an allegedly underground world overwhelmed by screens which people ought to power, as their sole purpose of being is to ride electric bikes and absorb the shallow entertainment that is offered to them. Fulfilling their cyclist daily routine as power-boosting peddlers, people gain so-called merits, virtual money through which they can essentially survive and keep on living such monotonous existence. Whereas in reality people hardly interact with each other, what indeed constitutes their social life and expresses their identity is their double, a virtual avatar which can be customized with pre-assigned filters. This induces their disconnection with reality and also their standardization of creativity, issues which are often reiterated in Adorno's theory of the culture industry. The entertaining rubbish which consumers are forced to ingest during their daily peddling further drowns them into an abyss of alienation and lack of authenticity, and moreover implicitly exhorts them to incite their narcissism and neglect a sense of community. The virtually constructed social network they all share represents a dopamine fuel for likes and rewards, which encourages them to linger such addicting social conduct and bolster their egocentrism. Adverts continuously, unfairly, and abruptly appear on their screens, encouraging such alienated society to buy their superficial products and further forcing them to either assimilate such commercials or pay a considerate amount of money to skip them. However, if they decide to obstruct the vision of the ads, as Bing, the episode's protagonist, does in this scene, the whole system shuts down, releasing a high-pitched, disturbing alarm which obligates people to resume the viewing. Consequently, as it adheres to academic and scientific basis, the show illustrates how the reiteration and somehow obligation to watch ads persuades consumers into changing their minds and purchase the product. Another leading subject matter of this episode is commodification. The few who benefit of a more reasonable degree of freedom and life decency are celebrities who initially performed on a stage and displayed their potential as profitable commodities, and are further showcased as embracing role models.
Each headlines their own tentpole content on one of your 8 daylight streams. But they started here, like you, putting their back into giving back for a brighter now. Each paying their dues, like you, hoping to become a hotshot.
The system's core values of fame and materialistic wealth, advocating ambition to become a hotshot, illustrate the lack of highbrow culture and education. The zenith of the episode's commodified reality arises towards the end, as Bing gives a spontaneous and enraged speech on the celebrity-seeking hotshot stage, releasing all his hatred and desperation for such inhuman society.
Because we're so out of our minds with desperation, we don't know any better. All we know is fake fodder and buying shit. That's how we speak to each other, how we express ourselves is buying shit. Well, I have a dream. The peak of our dreams is a new hat for our doppel. A hat doesn't exist. It's not even there. We buy shit. It's not even there. Show us something real and free and beautiful. You could it break us. We're too numb for it. Our minds will choke. There's only so much wonder.
And yet, after he furiously carries out his tirade, in which he points out oneself's lack of compassion and empathy towards others, the judges initially seem to express their sentiment for his ideologies. However, they are actually gratified for his performance and offer him a slot in one of their streams, as they would do with any other potential source of entertainment. Yielding to the perseverance of such reification process, Bing accepts the offer and becomes part of the system's commodity industry, which now includes what Adorno believes to be a violent rebel who does nothing else but reinforce the system's validity. Likewise, the name of its series, this episode ultimately represents a black mirror, black and fearful reflections of of a hopefully inaccessible future, which nonetheless includes shameful traits of our contemporary times that have been vehemently critiqued by Adorno and his subsequent academic heirs.